Okay, good morning. I'm looking at some home builders here right now. I've got some Hovnanian, and I was just looking at Toll Brothers to try and help me get above 17 here. If you can see 17, it's a round number, and it's kind of resistance from yesterday. Uh, S&Ps are moving higher, so we're thinking long today. I've taken about 20 minutes here since the open just to kind of find out where I want to focus my energies, and it looks like the home builders might want to participate. I'm going to show you a daily chart here. This pattern right there with these two wicks at the bottom, it's called tweezers. Sometimes it can signal a possible short-term reversal. In this case, I don't know, because that's running into some resistance here, but that's what I'm doing at the moment. Okay, as you can see here, the Toll Brothers don't have as much as I would like to, has moved through that number. I have more Hovnanian than anything else, and that has also moved through. I'm going to go ahead and start piecing out some Hovnanian here because I've got some good profits in it. I've been taking profits as we speak. Andy's looking at this AKNS Solar. I've got just a little bit, and as I peek over, the S&Ps are peeking their heads up, so market's going higher today, and Hovnanian above 80, that's a good deal. I've got 1,000 shares left. I'm going to offer 82 there. And this is called adding liquidity. See me sitting at 82, I am advertising liquidity. If somebody takes that price from me, I have what's called added liquidity to the market. And people are asking me about adding versus taking liquidity. That's an example right there. If I were to cancel that offer and turn around, let's see, I'm canceling it right now. And if I were to turn around and hit the bid, like so, that would be taking liquidity. So that's a quick lesson in the ECN question. I'm getting a lot of adding versus taking liquidity. Back to Hovnanian here. It's on highs at 15 cents. S&Ps are on highs, so we're going to try and let this stuff run. That's pretty much all I have for now, so it's working okay. Okay, I cleared the decks on the home builders. I did get a pretty good move out of them, and the reason for the clearing of the positions is S&Ps and NASDAQ. You can see are starting to get a little heavy up here, and I just still don't trust this market too much. I feel that bounces are still being sold. So I took what I could, and back to looking for the next opportunity. Okay, I've bought some Capstone here. Here's the daily chart. It just cleared its 83 level, and I look over at time and sales and see that it's still moving. We're 2 cents above 52-week highs. We've got volume in here relative to yesterday. We've got an alternative energy type stock. So waiting for the buyers to come in here, and we'll start dishing it off to them. This time I think this thing might be able to assault 190. I'm hoping. So we'll have some offers ready up there as it gets to 190. Let's keep our fingers crossed here. Okay, now we're taken to the next level here on Capstone. We had some sellers at 85, and hopefully the shorts are going to start getting discouraged. I'm actually offering 1,000 shares at 87 as we get close to the 190 area. I'm going to try and unwind this thing and then maybe try and save half to see if we can go through 190. That's my plan, and I say I'm sticking to it, but we'll find out. Okay, here's Capstone. Island here is holding it back with 2,000 shares. He just did what's called a refresh. He refreshed his shares. Now he's showing 6,400. We don't know if he has more behind that, and I think that scared some people. The fact that he refreshed made people realize he might not have been, or he might have more to sell than he's advertising, so that scared a few people there, it looks like. Still offering some at 87 and also some at 89 to try and undercut the sellers at 90. And take notice here of the volume bar. We're certainly happy to see a big volume bar like this. This is the kind of thing that should keep you in a trade. Okay, back in this Capstone, we got the seller at 86 again. Let's hope he doesn't refresh. Last time, if I recall, it was an Island seller. This time it says ARCA. And it looks like he was cleaned out. We got an 86 bid now. Buyers coming into the bid side. We're going to be looking for these 87s to start shrinking as they print on the time and sales, hopefully, and I am one of them. ARCA here, $1.87, 2,200 shares left, and some of that is me, and that's me right there. Okay, and I was the last person to get out of that 87 level, so I've got 3,500 shares left. I'm offering another 1,000 shares here at 89, and then we're going to let this thing run to see if it can go through 190, and if it does, obviously it's probably on its way to $2. So quick quick look at the S&Ps. They kind of dug in and they're looking to maybe look like a move higher. The Qs are pretty much close to on highs here, 1 cent off highs. So a rising tide will lift all boats, no matter what you're in. So don't want to be short right now. Okay, here's 89 cents in Capstone. We're also offering some 89s. Let's see if we can get taken out of that. And then we'll have 2,500 shares left to try and break through the 190 level. We got a lot of shares here, 42,000, 33,000 on Island. And okay, we just got taken out of another 1,000 shares. We've got 2,500 shares, and we want to just let this one run now. As you can see on the intraday chart, we've got some pretty good candles here. Normally I might be cleaning out of this position, but I have a feeling that the 52-week high and the volume can continue to let this thing run. And I took some money out of it, so we're kind of playing with the house's money at the moment. Okay, I'm buying a little bit more Intel here. Here's what's going on in the market. The Qs I purchased as well. Yesterday, going back, that 48.50 level was just a tough level. So watched it, and it went through the 48.50. So I'll participate, buy some Qs. Our Capstone is working very nicely. I'm going to offer another 500 shares, a penny higher at 93 as we get closer to 90 cents. Try and lock in some profits. Let's take a look at the board view and see what is working well. We got oil doing 13%. We got biotechs up 9%, retail up 4.5%, semis up 3%. So I'm kind of looking at the semis right now by buying Intel, and also obviously the Qs are heavily weighted in technology. So that's your update. Well, Intel's the only thing red on my board right now, which is kind of funny considering everything else is rising with the market. So I'll be keeping an eye on this. This is relative strength. Intel's relatively weak to the market right now. I'm guessing I thought it would take off, but I guess not. As a matter of fact, we don't need this. Let's just hit 500 shares and get out. Let's get that red off of our board. Here is the S&Ps moving higher. Here is the Qs, trying to move higher. If Intel doesn't want to participate, get out. Capstone's coming back for us now, unfortunately. I also bought a little bit of TiVo. Again, you guys know I watch the stock, so it's kind of a pet favorite of mine. And that's it for now. We need to get Capstone back up there, otherwise we're going to lose some profits in that. Okay, here's a quick note of what I'm thinking in this Capstone. I had the same trade about a week ago, and what happened was I went to highs, I sold half, and then the other half I left, and it could never get back above a certain level to make a new high. So I'm watching closely. Stocks will behave the same way occasionally. They're like children. They all have their own personality. So basically I'm watching real close here. I may exit this thing in the next 5 or 10 minutes if it can't get through 190, because I remember that it did this thing to me before, and I don't want that again. So that's my thoughts. Okay, I just got out of this BCON. It's not following the other alternative energies, and it's also not on a 52-week high. And I've gotten really nervous here on this CPST. As I said, it's done this before. It's the exact same pattern it's setting up to do. We're losing our volume here. If this thing really was going to explode to highs, the market's been open over an hour and a quarter now. I think that it should have done this explosion back to highs by now. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to clear out of this thing right now. And I'm going to do it. Well, I'm still watching time and sales. I haven't fully decided yet, but I'm real close to doing it. So if I come back and it's gone, you guys know what happened. I'm just watching the time and sales here to see if it does go through 90. It might try one more time, and if it fails, that's my cue to get out. Okay, I've decided there's just too much size here on the 90, and more importantly, look at the volume on the last 3 bars. So we hit Shift, and we hit S, and we say goodbye to Capstone. And we'll take that little profit there. Let's just see if other people follow suit. Once they see somebody start to get out, they get a little nervous. I'm also looking at the S&Ps here. Take a look at the red candle kind of dripping down. So it's starting to be that time of day. Okay, it's about midday here. I'm probably going to stop trading. I've done a little bit more shorting here in Microsoft. That's about it. Just a quick look for you guys at my day. or my morning, I should say. It's only been 2 hours. Here's the winners and the losers. I'm basically up about $600. The biggest one was the Capstone you saw, the Hovnanian home builder you saw. Did some Microsoft shorting here while the camera was off, so I made some extra money there. And the losers, BCON, you saw that in AKNS solar stock. Let's take a look at why AKNS did not work out for me, and I know why, and I can share that with you guys. AKNS is a solar, and you've heard Andy and I talk about looking at the daily charts for some direction. Well, it's in no man's land here, and we tried to pick a bounce. There's no support here down until 10:06 on the chart, and then the moving average is showing around 10:40. So no real reason to have tried to pick a direction on that looking at the daily chart as your guide. So 200 shares got away from me quickly on this thing, and it was a $78 loser, but that was my worst one of the day. So that's about it, unless I do some more trading on the close, which I don't know. We will see you later or see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.